Dear white people, we still need to talk. Due to the feedback that I received in part 1, I feel like I need to speak boldly and directly. We need to understand from a collective standpoint that racism and privilege still exist in America. I understand that not every white person has the privilege I have or compared to the next. I'm also not saying that because you are white, you are racist. So knock that out of the way, okay? I want you and myself to further understand the depth of our privilege. In this video, I will briefly describe the laws and the policies that have created the divide between blacks and whites in America. So, let's talk about equality. The definition of equality is, let me refer to Google's dictionary, the state of being equal, especially in status and opportunities. Now, I want to highlight, bold, capitalize the word opportunities. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery in 1865. So now this is when we take a moment. During the 200 plus years of slavery, many white men were having the able opportunity to grow and amass wealth. So bam! Slavery ends, and many whites in America are already steps ahead in regards to wealth, prosperity, and opportunity. That same year, black codes in southern states were designed to limit the freedom of African Americans by furthering the power of the white man to control their rights. That eventually led to the Jim Crow laws until 1965. If you do not know about the Jim Crow laws, exit out of this video, go and do your research, okay? So now, we have officially segregated blacks in America. There is no such thing as equality. In order for white people and black people to be considered equal, then both races should have started off, shockingly, equally. Now we have 1971, the war on drugs, that led to a mass incarceration of minorities. So now we are tearing apart families, throwing minorities in jail, while we created inner cities due to redlining. And so now we're expecting minorities to fend for themselves in the given circumstance with limited opportunity. What? Now what are you thinking as a white person if all you've ever seen or heard of is African Americans living in areas of high crime rates that we forced them into, going to jail and committing crimes? What are you going to think? Your perception is your reality. You have to take the time to understand what has led up to today, where people, for example, police officers, feel threatened by the color of someone's skin in the community that they live in. There are different laws and policies that have put into place to make sure that African Americans do not rise to a certain level. It is in our country's blood. Majority of white people are not and will not be affected by this reality. That's why it is our job to educate ourselves, to educate and have conversations with the people around us, our family members, our friends, our co-workers, strangers on the internet. It is our responsibility to use our privilege to amplify black voices, to be an ally, and to promise ourselves to never stop fighting and never stop standing up, and to make sure that Black Lives Matter.